Así bien, así bien, así canceló.
Evelyn, sí. Evelyn, dile, las atrapamos. Ahora nos tiene que
Hello everyone, bienvenidos a Rega Talk. No sé si saben, pero queremos hacerles un adelanto para que sepan que desde este año inició ¿cómo lo llamamos? Este shiur, que es un shiur una vez al mes, cada Rosh Jodesh o cerca de Rosh Jodesh. Se llama Rega Talk y es lo máximo. Y bueno, este mes estamos haciendo una excepción. Lo que hicimos es que en cada Rosh Jodesh tenemos un shiur y es muy divertido y siempre viene acompañado como de un treat que está alusivo al mes. Así que si se ponen a pensar cuál va a ser el treat del shiur de hoy. A ver, ¿quién tiene? No, la torta, el treat es un extra de comer, ¿ok? Claro, siempre hay algo de comer. ¿Cuál podría ser el treat de este mes?
Palitos de queso.
Palitos de queso. Era buena idea. Bueno, les cuento que para este mes el rega matok en hebreo es dulce, se volvió rega salado porque estamos en el mes de Av. Y cuando salgan van a poder retirar sus copitas de mjadra con yogur. Arroz con lentejas para la que no sabe.
Por eso es dulce.
Por eso dije que por el mes Av no podía ser dulce. Estamos en otra situación ahorita mismo. Antes de empezar les quiero decir unos mensajes. Hay una clase muy famosa aquí en la Midrashá que es la clase de Ramanobla los jueves de a las voz de la mujer. We have been like sold overbooked y hay 60 personas en la clase y esto también está pasando algo parecido ahora mismo y es por eso que están como que viendo a ver la que se quiera entrar, entre porque están viendo a ver si de repente van a hacer también una clase en las tardes, ¿ok? Este shur lo queremos hacer Leilu y Nishmat, Salha Sandy Balpamil y Refuaje Lemán ¿de quién era? Ya lo voy a decir. Morris Moshe Ben Deborah. Ok, entonces ahorita entrando en el mes de Av, como sabemos, este es el mes en donde han acaecido las tragedias más grandes para el pueblo de Israel, las cosas más tristes, pero no podemos olvidar cómo Hashem llamó a este mes, cómo llamaron a este mes Av, porque inclusive cuando estamos en las cosas más dolorosas y más tristes para el pueblo de Israel, Hashem quiere que nos demos cuenta que Él es nuestro papá, que las cosas que nos han pasado al final del día vienen de Él y que Él siempre está allí para nosotros y que todo lo que quiere es que nos queramos apegar a Él. Estamos en días de que todo lo que hacemos es mandar menús de leche y ver cómo vamos a sobrevivir en estas semanas. Tenemos que saber que todo el que se enluta por Jerusalén va a ver Jerusalén construida. O sea, no es algo así como que así, sino que de verdad ahorita que estamos en estos días que nos estamos absteniendo de muchas cosas, no hacerlo en autopilot, sino en verdad pensar y sentir que estamos en esta situación porque no tenemos el Bet HaMikdash. No nos piden todo el año estar tristes porque no se puede, pero estos son unos días para en verdad enfocarnos un poquito en esto, recordarnos un poquito de esto y saber que al final todo lo que uno pide y todo lo que uno reza, si uno lo resumiría todo por solamente pedir el Bet HaMikdash, en verdad ahí se resolverían todos estos issues y todos los problemas que tenemos. Y también, algo que siempre me encanta decir es que, como está escrito, cuando entra el mes de Av, disminuimos en alegría. Pero tenemos que saber que no nos están diciendo que cuando entra ponte triste, disminuye la alegría, porque la alegría siempre tiene que formar parte de tu vida. Es verdad, disminúyela, pero besimja. Así que bueno, continuamos.
Como dijo Evelyn, de verdad que increíble como el mes, que supuestamente tiene que ser menos alegre para Israel, se llama Av, papá. Qué increíble. Cuando me puse a ver este nombre con este mes, me acordé de este cuentito que todos conocemos, que habla de un papá y un hijo que vieron sobre un camino que hicieron, donde pasaron lluvia, donde pasaron piedras en el camino, y están viendo de verdad las huellas, de mira, aquí está mi huella, aquí está tu huella, aquí está mi huella, aquí está tu huella, y de repente el niño dice, pero papi, en este momento de tormenta están solamente mis huellas puestas, ¿por qué me dejaste en el momento más difícil? Y papá le dice, no mi amor, yo te cargué en ese momento, esas huellas son mías. Entonces a pesar de todo lo que estamos pasando, a pesar del mes más triste de Israel, me ha pasado las tragedias más difíciles, tenemos que saber que no estamos caminando nosotros, sino que Hashem nos está cargando. Y no es casualidad que ayer era la Ilulá de Aarón Cohen. En Rosh Jodesh Av es la Ilulá, es cuando falleció Aarón Cohen. ¿Y qué era Aarón Cohen? ¿Qué representaba Aarón Cohen? Shalom, paz. Él también, por él, tenía a Israel las nubes que cuidaban a Israel en el camino. ¿Cómo hacemos de verdad para tener esas nubes? ¿Cómo hacemos para estar cuidados a Israel como en ese momento que estaban en el desierto? Después dice que había algo que Aarón Cohen sí hacía todos los días y era atmadá, tener consistencia, hacer consistencia en lo que él hacía. Él prendía la menorá en la mañana y la prendía en la noche. Entonces, si queremos de verdad tener cuidado personal, la shgachá pratit de Hashem, siempre la tenemos, pero aún más, busquemos algo que podamos hacer atmadá en ella, hacer constante en ella, cualquier cosa chiquita, cualquier mitzvah que uno pueda tener atmadá.
Ok, bueno, ¿a quién le pasó que estas 3 semanas no se sienten tan pesadas como en otros años? A mí personalmente me pasó, como que no lo vi como que, wow, llegaron las 3 semanas. Y hay que decir por qué es esto. En realidad el año entero hemos estado haciendo un gran show. Nosotros nos paramos aquí en Rosh Hashanah, gente llega al Pesach, la fiesta de la libertad. ¿Qué libertad ni 8 cuartos si tenemos hostages adentro de casa? Ok, después viene Rosh Hashanah, Purim, dale, felices, qué locura. Qué felices ni qué felices que acaban de hacernos, Israel está pasando por un momento tan difícil. Tenemos que saber que por qué estas 3 semanas llegan y parece que nos cuadran, que nos quedan como un anillo al dedo. ¿Por qué? Porque en realidad el año entero, desde el 7 de octubre, estamos viviendo 3 semanas. Estamos viviendo una época tan fuerte y tan difícil para Israel que de repente respiramos en las 3 semanas. Porque el sentimiento que tengo por dentro me va perfecto con lo que está pasando a mi alrededor. En verdad quiero estar triste, en verdad quiero llorar por Israel, en verdad quiero sentirme que no estoy como tengo que estar, que nosotros somos los hijos de Hashem y estamos en esta situación. Las 3 semanas de repente nos llegaron a validar los sentimientos que todo Am Israel tiene. Y se está cumpliendo todo lo que dice. Así dice la Milat Ejá. ¿Cuántas ciudades en Israel ahorita mismo están Yoshvot Badad? Están ahí sentadas solas, que los Yehudim no pueden vivir en sus propias casas porque tienen que estar afuera por la guerra. Tenemos otros pesukim que hablan de los maltratos que pasaron en esa época a mujeres judías en Israel. ¿Pasó o no pasó? Claro que pasó. Y de verdad que estamos sintiendo las 3 semanas lastimosamente desde hace muchos meses. Pero entonces tenemos que saber algo, y algo muy en serio. Aunque sea, si ustedes creen que Hashem no está llorando con nosotros, cada lágrima, estamos equivocados. Que Hashem no está sufriendo y está queriendo que nosotros no, está rogando, por favor, ya. Hagan lo que tienen que hacer para poder salir de esto. Ya no quiero mandarles estas cosas. Ya quiero darles lo que ustedes se merecen, que es vivir como los hijos del rey, como los hijos de Hashem. Eso es lo que queremos nosotros pedirle a Hashem. Y Hashem, para que sepan, yo quiero darles unas palabras y quiero terminar con esto porque el rap ya llegó. Nosotros nos conocemos estas palabras. Al tirá Israel, al tirá. No temas Israel, no temas. Kigur Arié Aloata. Tú eres el cachorro del león. ¿Quién es el león? Hashem es un Arié. Este mes es el mes de Arié. Dice que cómo puede ser que este mes, el mes que uno está todo acabado, a mí Israel quedó en el piso cuando nos despidieron al Beta Mitad, es Arié. ¿Qué Arié de qué Arié? Ah, ¿quieren ver qué Arié de qué Arié? Miren las noticias. Miren a los soldados que perdieron 2 piernas y están haciendo así. Miren en las noticias a las mujeres que fueron hostages, que están hablando con una increíble. Miren a la mujer llamada Iris Haim, ¿la conocen? La mamá del que, por esto, que lo mataron sin querer adentro de Gaza, que estaba a punto de ser salvado y sin querer lo mataron. Mírenla cómo ella habla. Si eso no es ser Ariel, ¿qué es ser Ariel? ¿Qué es ser un Ariel? Y la canción dice así, el ritmo dice así: al tirar Israel, al tirar, no temas, porque Gur Ariel, o sea, tú eres el hijo del Ariel. Tú eres el hijo de este rey. Tú eres el hijo del rey del mundo. ¿Cómo vas a temer? Y Ariel o Isha, Milo irá. Cuando el Ariel ruge, díganme ustedes quién no le teme. Y Hashem va a rugir por nosotros. Va a llegar el momento donde Hashem va a rugir. Y ruge todos los días. ¿Alguien se acuerda que tuvimos una mini guerra de 16 minutos contra Irán? ¿Que no nos pasó nada? Porque al final del día no nos va a pasar nada. Porque Hashem nos tiene protegidos a todos. Pero tenemos que tener esa emuná adentro. Y Y tenemos que saber que el mes de Av tiene mucho potencial para nosotros lograr lo que queremos lograr. Y ahora, aprovechando este hermoso público, no me queden mal, vamos a hacer una última línea, una línea con Al Tira Israel. Al Tira Israel, Al Tira, Ligur Ariel Loata, Ve'Ariel Isha, Mi lo irá, Mi lo irá. Al Tira Israel, Al Tira, Ligur Ariel Loata.
No se puede escuchar música porque va a tirar.
Mi lo irá, Mi lo irá.
Ustedes deberían hacer el ritual. Digo que el público versus reality. Antes de presentar el algo. Sí, Besrat Hashem que llega el Mashiach y el Bet HaMikdash, pero si no nos esperamos para Rega Mazot de Lul y vamos a hacer el efecto que viene Rab Katzin para tener el público así. Bueno, ya lo saben.
Rab Katzin de Israel.
Shalom, shalom. Okay, shalom, shalom. Shalom. מה שלום דני?
Very good.
You also looks good. No, I met him in the synagogue. You want me to call him on Shabbat? No. Okay. קודם כל, שלום עליכם, and thank you very much that I came to this you. ובעזרת השם, only בשורות טובות תהיינה לנו, אמן. ושיעור לרפואה שלמה לכל החולים, לכל מי שצריך ולכל עם ישראל, אמן. Okay, I thought the topic is, I don't know if it's in English, what's the topic of the shiur? ביחד ננצח, whatever. How it goes in English? Explain what that means. Every single thing that happens in our history, the game is that's repeating himself. We had a very big Rasha, the name of the Rasha was Yasser Arafat. And he said something that every nation looks backwards, and how much you look backwards if you go forward. And the Jews, when they're living in Israel and they don't look backwards, so we're going to kick them out of here. He said it in Gaza 20 years ago. What he means, God put the words inside his mouth because he's our enemy. And when our enemy are talking against us, God says, I have a reason why they're talking against us. And he's giving us the words. Every single thing that happened in our history is going to repeat himself again. Because they're bringing us that we're going to learn from it. And the second temple that destroyed, we didn't understand. Israel was survived 3 years with enemy. And what we did in the 3 years that the enemy was around us, we need to protect ourselves from our enemy. Most of the time we were spending fighting one with each other. Most of the time. And when the Romans were going already inside Jerusalem, the two groups were still fighting one with each other. The Bidyonim and the Perushim. They were fighting all the time. We see that the history is coming back. We're inside a war. We survived with so many enemies. We survived. And half of the day you hear the news in Israel, it's what's going between ourselves. And half of the day, what's going between us and our enemy. And it was so beautiful on the first days after the war, after 7th of October, on the first days, Everybody were united, I think 5 months. Israel was Gan Eden. Everybody was friends with everybody. And something happened that we lost it. And this we're going to learn today, that sometimes we're losing things and we don't know how these things are important. I explain it to you. I'll start with a midrash that I was once repeated here in the midrash in Panama. The midrash is Midrash Echad. They write this midrash on the time of the Gemara. When the second Bet HaMikdash destroyed, everybody knows the midrash was a Jew that lived in the Galilee. He was going with his cow and working on the land. In the middle of his working, the midrash Echad, Daf Kuf Tet Vav says that the cow fell on the floor and didn't want to stand back up. So the Jew started hitting the cow. Well, he wants to work and she doesn't let him. Aravi passed, the Arab passed, and he told the Jew, don't hit your cow. He said, but she doesn't want to work. The Arab says, she doesn't want to work, not because she doesn't want to work. In this moment, in Yerushalayim, the Romans are burning the temple, and the cow is feeling the pain, and the cow is sitting on the floor, she cannot walk, she has very strong pain, that it's destroying the temple of the Jews. Look how strong is that. The Gemara says when they destroy the temple, a lot of type of fish disappeared from the world. A lot of type of fruits are not growing anymore. So everybody got effects from that. So the cow felt the effect. How this Arab knew that Bet HaMikdash destroyed? He's an Arab. The Maharam is answering, this Arab was not an Arab, it was Eliyahu Navi. Because the Torah says, V'hu nigla ka'aravi. When Eliyahu Navi comes to give us a message, he's coming like an Arab. This is how Eliyahu Navi comes. We know the story about Rabbi Levi. They went to give money to poor people, and one Shabbat he didn't have money for the poor people, and he was sitting and crying in Rehov Yafo in Yerushalayim. An Arab passed next to him, and the Arab asked him, you have a banyan this year? He says, yeah, go there. So the Arab told him, I have a package, hold the package, I'm going to go to the banyan. This story Rabbi Eliashiv said, it's not story, it's coming direct from Rabbi Eliashiv. And the Arab didn't come back. So he had the package of that, waiting 1 hour. He opened the package, and he see money. He ran to Rabbi Eliashiv and says, what I do with this money? I wanted to go to the banyan. He went, he didn't come back to take the money from me, and he disappeared. So the Rabbi Eliashiv, his son-in-law, asked him, well, why you were sitting in Rehov Yafo? Didn't go to party or the poor people. What are you doing there? He said, I was crying because I didn't have money to give to the poor people. So he said, this money is for you. He said, but I cannot steal this Arab. Rabbi Eliashiv opened the Siddur and he showed him, V'hu nigla ka'aravi. When he comes to tell people, he comes like an Arab. He was him. Take the money. And Rabbi Eliashiv said that was first time they took money from the Shamayim and gave to poor people. We see from here when somebody, the Torah says the Arab came and spoke with us, and we have this example a lot of times in the Torah. It means Eliyahu Navi came and gave and started talking. So Eliyahu Navi, the Arab, is telling the guy, leave the cow, don't hit. The Jew heard that the Bet HaMikdash got burned. He's 2 days walking from Yerushalayim. And the news came in that minute. So he sat down on the floor next to the cow, the Midrash says, and he started crying. It means the Jew is destroyed also. And the second the Jew started crying, the cow stand up and started working. So the Jew doesn't understand what's going on here. He looks on the Arabs that are standing there, and he's telling the Arab, Bet HaMikdash is destroyed, I'm crying, the cow is crying. Why the cow is starting to walk? The Arab's telling him, because now Mashiach was born. It means Mashiach is born on Tisha B'Av. This is the rule. And every Tisha B'Av we have Mashiach ready to take us. But Mashiach was born on Tisha B'Av. And every generation, this Mashiach is waiting for us. If we're going to be good, we have the Geula. If we don't behave good, he passes away and another Mashiach is born. The Arab told him, this moment Mashiach was born and the cow is feeling it. The cow has hope. So the cow is starting to work again. That's within in Tisha B'Av. From the noon, we're sitting on the chair back. Why? We're starting to get hope. The Moroccans in Tisha B'Av, they're also cleaning the houses. Why? To clean the house, Tisha B'Av, letting that destroyed. Could they say, no, Mashiach needs to come, let's do the houses ready for Mashiach. So everybody's starting to have hope from Tisha B'Av afternoon. That's written in Mincha Tisha B'Av, we're reading Nachamu, Nachamu Ami. We're starting to take hope. Why? Because the good news is starting. The cow heard the good news, Mashiach is born, she stand up. So this guy knew that the Arabs know what's going on. He told the Arab, so what's the name of Mashiach? He told him the words, Yinon Shmo. Not Rabbi Nun that was here in Panama. Yinon Shmo, somebody else. Yinon Mashiach. Maybe he's Mashiach from Bechemish, I don't know. But anyway, what happened was, he went home and he told his wife, you know, Mashiach was born today, and we know the name. His name of Mashiach is Yinon. The Gemara in Masechet Kiddushin says Mashiach has 4 names. Menachem, Shabbatai, Alfonso, no. Menachem, Shabtai, Yinon, and one wife again. Menachem, Shabtai, Inon, and whoever knows the name number 4 Mashiach, remind me, I don't remember. Yeah? Mizrachi. No, okay. So now, what happened was that Jew, he told his wife, I know Mashiach is born on Yom Tisha B'Av. I know the name of Mashiach. I'm going to look for Mashiach, but how is he going to find it? He can knock in every house. Hola, you have a kid named Inon. Ciao. You have a name. It's not going to work. So he built a wagon, and the wagon he put a lot of clothing of babies, and he was going from a village to village in the Galil, from Kim to Tzvat, from Tzvat to Tzfat. He was going all over the Galil and selling clothing of babies, and he was selling it very cheap. So all the mothers were coming and buying cheap clothing. Every mother that was buying clothing for the baby, he asked the mother, "What's the name of the baby?" Shlomo, no. What's the name of the baby? David, no. Moshe. He's looking for a special name. The Gemara says that he went 3 years around the Galilee looking for that baby, didn't find it. Shalom, shalom. After 3 years, the Megiddo said he got inside a village and it was raining, and he saw a baby in the mud, and the baby was without clothing. So he told the mother, "I'm having very cheap clothing. Buy and put that in the kitchen." She said, "No." And he told her, "But I'm going to give it to you free. Probably you don't have money." He says, "No, this kid has very bad luck. We're not going to give him clothing. Why? He was born on Tisha B'Av. When we look at him, we remember Beit HaMikdash burning. So we have bad luck with this kid." She said, "What's his name?" She told him, "Inon." And he told the mother, "You're nuts. You know what you have in your hand. This is the kid that you thought he's the worstest one. This is the guy we're waiting for him." The kid didn't survive. He passed away because he got the kid. He found the kid. What we see from here, we have Balagan and Am Yisrael today. And we're talking a lot, again, the lefties and everybody else. The worstest one, we don't know who's this guy. Maybe he's going to be the next Mashiach. I'm telling you, in Israel, you can see now all Israel. I'll tell you the prophet of the Navi Daniel to understand it. Navi Daniel is giving us a prophet on the time of first Beit HaMikdash. If you are learning the Midrashat Daniel, it's a very important book to learn about the Geulah. But it's in the language, very hard language. So I'm going to teach you the last 6 psukim of Daniel. The Torah says that Daniel was sitting in the Nile, and the Nile is the Anilus, Anna Beijing. And he sees an angel with 6 wings coming down, and he looks at the angel, and the angel is telling Daniel, "I have a message to give you." Look at the last 6 psukim. It says, what's the message? It says the nevuot are finishing. That's it, no more nevuah. And that's the reason the book Daniel is finishing. He looks on the angel and he's telling him, "Okay, you're finishing my nevuot. I want one more nevuah. Matai ketzai yamin. Tell me the day Mashiach is coming." The Torah says that the angel picked up his wings on the right hand side of the wings, and on the left hand side it means 6 wings. And he told him, "I'm going to give you the day now." And he's giving him the day. Moed Moadim V'chetzi. That's the day. Nobody understands what he means. Daniel understands. And he continues. The Moed Moadim V'chetzi will come Kichlot Napet Hashem Yad HaMakodesh. I explain what is that. Rashi explained what is that. And afterwards he says, V'arishaim Yarshiu V'atzadikim Yatzdiku. And the prophet, the angel is told before Mashiach is going to come, everybody's going to think that all Am Yisrael is going to do tshuva. He says, no, Am Yisrael is going to cut the two. Some Reshaim are going to be more Reshaim, and some people are going to be more tzaddikim. What it means? You know, here in Panama, the life is beautiful. Either the non-religious families in Panama, if you put them in Tel Aviv, I'm talking non-religious families, driving on Shabbat, they're going to be the chief rabbi of Tel Aviv and fanaticals. Here, I never went, not to Academia, not to Magen David, and not to Einstein, and I see a kid with a tattoo. In Israel, you go on the street, you see a guy, you don't know if it's a slave or tattoo. Yeah. All the Shira Shirim is riding here, all the Tehillim here, and the jungle, and animals. You don't know what's going on. And the people, you look at them and they're lost. And it's not like that. But tzaddikim yatzik, whoever is tzaddik, and you can see it in all Am Yisrael. A lot of our religious are very special. But you don't know that until you're starting to... I'm going to give you an example. I was 2 weeks ago, came to Panama for only Shabbat. The flight was Israel, Spain, 5 o'clock afternoon. Spain, Avianca to Bogota, and Bogota, Panama. It's a very fast trip, and this is what I do. The plane from Israel to Madrid, jam-packed, you don't have space. So I was sitting next to a window. Next to me, a guy, he was 46 years old, I asked him the age. all his body tattoos, and he has these earrings that does his ear big. I don't know. He's putting a tire of a motorcycle in his ear. And there it goes like that. So you see a jachash earring of a beat from, and boom, like this. And I look at this guy, and he has these hats. You know that the hat is arba amot. I don't know how to say it, but you know what I mean. These hats that goes, you know, I don't know. You know a baseball hat, but it's very big. When it's raining, it can go under. It's very big like this. So next to him sitting a girl, and next to him, now is the past. Another guy that he looks like him, full of tattoos and earrings and everything. And I used to look at this guy, I don't know if it's an iguana or human. So I say, hola, hola, and I'm opening the Quran, I'm learning. And him and the girl and the guy next to him, I'm talking about nonsense. Talking. Okay. I'm just learning. And Baruch Hashem, and the flight, tranquilo, so you can learn a lot. So I left Israel 5 o'clock afternoon. When you're getting close to Spain, the sun is starting to go down, and the sun, you see the shkia, the sun going down, and it was very beautiful. So the guy with the tattoos and the gigantic earring, he looks outside the window and he's telling the girl next to him and the guy on the second side, wow, look at the shkia. And he says the words, Ma rabu ma'asecha Hashem. I said, this guy's tattoos or shasho? What's going on here? So I'm stopping there and looking at him. And I said, okay. He looks at me back. So he looks at me and he says, Shalom. I say, Shalom. I looked at him like surprised. He's asking me, which Gemara are you learning? I told him, Baba Kama. He says, very nice. I'm learning Masechet Ta'anit. When I see how you dress, I want to do Ta'anit. So he tells me, yes, I have a rabbi in Petach Tikva that's teaching Masechet Ta'anit, and he sees that I don't believe him. So he's screaming to the guy on the second side of the side, Ma Rav Avram melamed otanu? So the guy says, Ta'anit. So I say, Daf Yomi? He says, no, we learn Iyun. I said, what's going on here? A guy with the tattoos, and I say, you're keeping Shabbat? He says, no, we're not Shabbat. But we're learning Torah, we have a rabbi, we're putting on tefillin. And I look at it and said, this guy, I'm sure he's the barman of Gehenna. How it could be? How it could be? This is Am Yisrael. V'atzadikim yatzdiku. So I was very surprised when I said, look, I never believed in my life that you know Gmarot. He says, I know Gmarot good. And the guy saw that I didn't believe. The second guy said they was trying to learn Masechet Erechim. He said a name that nobody knows that name. He said, and it's very hard, so we're learning Ta'anit. So I was surprised when I said, wow, you learn Gemara. How you not Shomer Shabbat? He says, we live in Tel Aviv, we're divorced, all our life is parties. We're going to a party in Portugal. It's a festival. And all the best DJs in the world are there. And he told me all the plane is full because everybody's on the way to the festival. It was 2 weeks ago, so whoever knows what's going on, you know. That was the Kodesh HaKodeshim of the festival. It was the best one in the world. And all the plane was full of people going to the festival. So he's telling me, now he's giving me his chidush. He said, you want to look market? He says, yes, we're going to the festival. And you have a type of a drug that a human is feeling the drug the day he was born and the day he's dead. I don't know what type of drug he's talking about. The day you're born, it's coming to your body, and the day you're dead. And he says, this drug, if you take it, you're feeling and this. I'm telling you, if you're going to learn Gemara with this drug, okay, you have something to give me. I'm going to try to learn Chavruta with you. He says, no, we need to go to the festival, lying down on the floor. It's a special way of Kabbalah. You're down on the floor, you take the drug, and you're talking with Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Anyway, why I'm telling you this? And now you understand. V'areshaim yarshiu. Am Yisrael is cut tattoo. And now you need to know it clear. How much the guy in Israel have more tattoos, he's more close to us. And it's really like that. He's more close to us. And when you see no tattoos and very secular, very intelligent, he's very far away. Very far away. I don't know if I gave you this example. This is the first time I'm here from 7th of October, right? So I think so. I'll give you the example later, but now understand. Am Yisrael is one group, and now the non-religious is a part of the group. We cannot look at the non-religious like they're outside the fence. Most of them want to go inside. Most of them. Either the guys that protecting in the street and they don't want us to do Minyanim Yom Kippur, and they're starting now again, these idiots started again. They really don't know who we are, and they're living all day from stories. And if we're going to explain them the Torah, they're going to come back to us, but they don't know. And it's our fault, because we cannot lock ourselves, lock in the community. I told you a guy very rich, and he was rich. He's not, I don't know what's going on with him today. The name of that guy is Ricky Cohen. He had a store in Manhattan named Conway. The store in New York bankrupt, and the store in Multiplaza, I think, is going good. And I'm not going to advertise for him, but it's good prices. So he came to my house and he wanted to convince me to open a yeshiva in Deal. Yeshiva of SY. So how you convince Rabbi to come to Deal or Yeshiva? The best way to convince, you're talking numbers. Rabbi, how much money you want a month? 10,000? No, I want to learn Torah. I need to 50,000. I still want to 25,000. You know what? We could learn Torah also in Deal. Not bad. How we can do it? So he's starting to raise the price. I told him, no, it's not in my hands. I cannot go. And he opened his heart and he says, you know, it's our fault what's going on in our side. And he says, look, we are the Syrian community in Panama, in Mexico, and Brazil, we're very good. We're very religious and everybody's together. But he says, I live next to Sharazine. Go 10 blocks from Sharazine. Every 10 Jews are there. 9 are married with Goyot. He says, check me. Go to the F train, pass it. Everybody are far away. And we're losing everybody. And where we are, we're stuck only in Sharazine. Why we're not opening our eyes to go outside? That's the reason the Torah says, before Mashiach will come, he's going to give us a king like Haman. They're coming from Paras. And he's going to try to do like Haman, kill all the Jews. And when we're going to do tshuva, everything is going to be over. And here in Panama, everybody's in tshuva. Even the not religious are already inside tshuva. Our job is to think about different Jews to bring them back. And that's what God wants us, to be united under the way of the Torah. And we cannot look, he's religious and not religious. He's left, he's against, he's protecting, he's from a kibbutz. People don't know who we are. Our job is to explain them who's the Torah. People are going to start to come back. And now we understand the prophet of Daniel. And let's go with the prophet. The Navi Daniel says the prophet that Moed Moadim Vachetzi, we don't know what's this day, Mashiach is going to come. When it's going to happen, Kichlot Napetza Shel Adam HaKodesh is something not optimistic. And I cannot tell it to you, but I'm going to tell you, either it's not good to tell it to you, because we need to be optimistic. Rashi says, on the future, Israel is going to have a state. He says the word Tichlet Kumatam. And the state one day is going to start to fall down. It means it's going to start to destroy. And we're going to have one thing strong in our state, the army. How do you say the army? No, another word. English. No.
Army.
Espanol. Militar. The army will be, I'm trying to learn Spanish. The army will be very strong. And Rashi said it clear, Daf Tzadik Chet, you're going to see it in Masechet Sanhedrin, V'tichlet kumatam, the state is going to finish, and the army is going to get damaged. And when we're going to be on the floor, Mashiach will come. You can see it in Rashi. What Rashi means? Rashi means that the state is going to destroy. I'm telling you, the state is not going to get destroyed from our enemy. We're doing the job alone. We're doing the job alone. And this is our job in Tisha B'Av, to find the ways to be united. It's not easy. The Israeli army, we have 3 groups in the Israeli army. We have non-religious lefties, non-religious right, that usually they're close more to the religion, and religious. That's the 3 groups in the army. In Israel, we lost it already. Every night in Tel Aviv, you see what's going on in Israel, we lost it. But in the army, you look at the 3 groups, Baruch Hashem, it's still one group. Everybody is very united, very united. And we still have hope that the main part of Israel, that's the army, that's people coming from homes and everybody together, they're still united. And our job is to help Am Yisrael to be united. How we have to do, we're not the owners of the world. Everybody here, when you're praying, Amidah, you have the words, Sim Shalom Tova Ubracha. Put peace, and everybody will love everybody. And Bracha Chaim Al Kol Yisrael Amecha. That's our job. We only can pray. We cannot do more than that. And that's the reason on Tisha B'Av we're learning what happened, that we got destroyed, and we're on the way to that place. All the enemies around us, and we have time to fight between ourselves. What's going on here? This is what the time of the second Bet HaMikdash, and the history is repeating itself. The Gaon Mivilna says that on the end of before Mashiach is going to come, they're going to fight very strong against the Torah also. Not Am Yisrael, but some people from Am Yisrael that left the way of the Torah are going to fight against the Torah. And the Vilna Gaon has a book named Even Shlema. I need to tell you what he says. And why I'm telling you too, that we know how we need to react in these days. You know, Israel, we have a problem. The black hats are not going to the army. Really, the black hats could go to the army. That's not a problem, but everything is politics. So nobody is really trying to serve the problem. But if the army, and the army is trying to do it, but he cannot do it because every moment a different politics is bothering him. The army could do it because the army undercover talking with the big rabbis and things can move. But it's not working. It's not working. And I don't know it's going to work. So the lefties are starting to say, okay, they're not going to learn Torah, let's start the fight against the Torah. I mean, 7 October happened, so many people got killed, and they found the problem. The people who are learning Torah, you are the problem. Okay. Now, most of Am Yisrael don't understand what's going on, and I'm telling you again clear, they can take thousands of black hats in the army if we do it on the right way. But nobody's picking up the glove and doing this job in Chabad. And the Israeli army is doing a dramatic change, right? The head of the Israeli army, the heads, are not with us. You see it also in the media, they're not with us. But the soldiers, 100% with us. I'm talking about the lefties. Everybody in the soldiers are so pro the Torah, they're so pro. And when I take Panamenis to the army, you see how they want Sefer Torah, they're looking for all the religious things, and nobody's religious. Some general is telling me, I'm not keeping Shabbat, but I want a Sefer Torah because this guy passed away, this soldier, I want a Sefer Torah. But you're not religious, but we believe in God. That's the language. That's the language. Everybody is pure. The Vilna Gaon is writing that on the end they're going to fight. How he says, look what he says. And that's part of the Kabbalah. He says in a book named Eben Shlema, you have this book here in the library in Panama. Yaakov Avinu is going alone in the desert because he forgot some cups of very cheap cups next to the river of oil. And the angel is coming and is fighting with Yaakov. How long is fighting with him? All the night. He's fighting with him all the night. It says in the middle of the war, now Yaakov is not a strong guy. He's a Avrech from Shevet Achim, This is Achim. Moy Ashkenazi. That's a guy, Yaakov Avinu. Now, Moy Ashkenazi can beat him up in a minute. And the angel all night trying to beat him up and he cannot beat him up. What's going on here? What it says in the Torah, the angel sees the light of the sun. And he says, that's it. I need to beat him up now. And he's punching Yaakov on the leg, and Yaakov is Niyat Soleh, I say Niyat Soleh. And he cannot walk, and the sun goes out and heals Yaakov, and the angel blesses Yaakov. Someone didn't say what's going on here. The Vilna Gaon explained on the Kabbalah, he says, he's writing it 300 years ago. He's fighting with the angel all the night is dark, that's the Galut. What's holding us in the Galut? Learning Torah. And all the time, the Yetzer Hara is trying to block Am Yisrael to learn Torah, and he's fighting, and it doesn't work. Yaakov Avinu survives, we continue to learn Torah. Vayar ki ala shachar. He sees the sun coming, he says, wow, Mashiach is coming. I cannot beat up the Torah. How the person stands, he stands on the legs. How people that are learning Torah can learn Torah? When we're paying them money, they have what to eat, so they're learning Torah. So the money is the legs of the people who are learning Torah. So what he did, he hit Yaakov in the legs, I'm going to hit him in the money. And the Vilna Gaon says, when they're going to see people from Am Yisrael, they are leaving Am Yisrael, and they're going to damage us in the money of the Torah, it means the story is starting. The light of the Gula is coming, so they're hitting the last hit. And it's starting now. They're blocking all the money of the Torah. That's okay. Hashem will give the money from different places. Baruch Hashem rabbis are coming to Panama, they're coming all over the world. But we see we're now on the moment. So really, what's the main thing we could do? Din chazek the Torah. Or you see somebody learning Torah, you're giving him money. And that's all over Israel now. The non-religious people, they see that and they're starting to give money. And I'm shocked how much non-religious doing it. And we can learn more Torah to do the power of the Torah stronger. Why? Because the Torah says clear, when Mashiach is going to come, a lot of pain in the world. A lot. And we don't know where the world is going. We see America. Now, Shwesmo, Kamela. It looks like she's going to beat up Donald Trump. And it looks like that. Either she's not going to win, and the Democrats don't need to win because they know how to do Trump very good because they have the control over them. She's going to be very close to a little bit Trump, and she's taking. So yeah, and it looks like it's very clear that we're going on the way there. And probably after that, America's going to go to chaos because in Venezuela, same thing with what's going on there. And Trump, he's not going to let go. Then afterwards, they shoot Trump. Things are going Hashem. And Hashem wanted Trump alive. You saw how he moved there, the sofa, and it came back. So Hashem wants to use Trump for the future. I don't know what he's going to do with this guy, but he's going to start to use him. Because if he didn't want to use him, he was killing him. So we see the world is going not safe. Especially the dream of Rabbi Wachtfogel, one of the biggest tzaddikim in the world, that he dreamed 4 days before that the world can open on Simchat Torah, and afterwards that the Jews in Israel will be in big danger. Afterwards, the Jews in the world will be in big danger. more than the Jews in Israel. That's what it says. What we're going to do in these days, it's very simple. The Gemara says whoever's going to feel the danger, two things, and you're protecting yourself. Ya'asok b'Torah u'b'gemilut chasadim. When you're learning Torah and doing chesed, you protect. And I think the only place in the world that we have this connection, very small, is here. Very strong is here. Everybody here is connected to Torah, everybody. Because when I came to Panama 16 years ago, every night people were going to a street named Calle Araguay. All the synagogues and the holy places were there. I remember Guru. I forgot the name.
Yeah, this place is no longer.
Now, 16 years passing, I'm coming, same youth. What you doing tonight? Shoot in the piscina. What you doing tonight? Shoot in my house. What you doing tonight? A rabbi in my house. What we do tonight? We do the rabbi on the barbecue. Every house, something. And I said, 1 minute, I was here 16 years ago. Every night, what you doing tonight? Oh, and I'm here sitting and I was working in the community. Afternoon, all the young guys are coming to me and they're giving me stories of tzaddikim from the bars and the discotheques. You don't believe what's going on here. You don't believe how you're learning to after what you did last night. And each one is coming with more stories. And you know, Riven, another place, what is this? No. Gallery, no. I'm gonna, whoever's the Talmid Chacham is gonna remember, tell me, I'm gonna know the place. Anyway, so Panama, you don't understand it. I'm outside. I'm not from Panama. And when I come inside, I cannot recognize this community. Forget it. You don't know which level you went to. And everybody made it, everybody is feeling a lot of love one to each other. It's no place in the world like this. And everybody's doing chesed. I'm telling you, you're protected. I'm telling you. I don't know if Mashiach is going to come through Panama. Because if he's going to come through Panama, he's going to see the maids. I'm staying here. I'm going to lose Mashiach. Hello, Mashiach, where are you? I'm in Torre, Pacific Point, Torre. Mashiach, please come to Israel. No, I'm retired. Look for the new Mashiach. So Mashiach is not going to come from here for sure. But this place will be protected. I'm not a prophet, but the Gemara is giving us the formula. Torah u'gemilut chasadim. And chas shalom, if something bad is going to happen in the world, and everybody thinks Mashiach needs to come, the world needs to destroy it. Like this Mashiach. It's wrong. You remember the Goyim thought Mashiach is going to come 2012. And they did a movie 2012. Remember that movie?
Yes.
I saw the movie in Panama. In one of my classes, I asked the guy, bring me to a movie. And I saw the movie, and I said, what at the end of the world, everybody is dying, everybody is burning, and only a few Hamurim survive in the Himalaya. No. When Mashiach is coming to the world, he's going to do the world better. So why do we have all these dramas in the world? Two reasons. Number one, God wants us to do tshuva. The Torah says, "Osim tshuva miyad nigalim." Uva leTzion goel. How do uleshaveh pesha b'Yaakov? When the bad people are going to do tshuva, that's it. He's here, and God wants him here. So he's doing from us press from. He's pressing stress from Iran. He doesn't want to do to us stress. He wants us to change our life, and he's going to bring him. He's going to bring him. But he doesn't want to do that. Mashiach is going to come. He's going to do the world full with peace. He's going to do the world full with love. Everybody's going to love everybody. The world's going to be good. The world will continue. Don't worry. Multiplaza will stay. Don't worry. Everybody's worried. Oh, Mashiach's going to come. No Santa Clara. I just put a land on the island. Oh, man. If Mashiach's going to be killed, everything. That's one of the reasons Mashiach is not coming. I told you here. Because we're really not waiting for Mashiach. Esav cried 3 tears when Yaakov stole him the brachot. And the Gemara says all the pain of Am Yisrael is from the 3 tears of Esav.
Wow.
But the Mepharshim asking, but we took 1,000,000 tears. Why our tears did not exist? Because we're crying, but inside we're not 100%. Why? Mashiach is going to come all like I found money, all like a scorpion. You know that? What it means like when you're sitting and you're finding money, wow, it's coming on surprise. Somebody, the halacha in Panama, every night, this is the halacha, every night we need a run in the Cinta Costera until the fish factory, right? Until the market of the fish. And when you smell the fish, you're doing a U-turn and you're running out. I was doing that also in Panama when I was living here. The nights I'm running in Cinta Costera, right? That's it.
Yes.
Until the fish factory, doing Bohem and Ebesamim and the Kubina. This is the halacha. Now somebody is doing jogging on the Cinta Costera and he found, boom, $100. He was waiting a second before for the $100. Boom, it surprised him. Mashiach is going to come like that. Nobody is waiting. Boom, and he came. The Gemara says another way Mashiach is going to come like a scorpion. What does it mean like a scorpion? We have in Panama something that we call Maccabi. And once a year, Maccabi is going up to Santa Fe, San Diego, and we do their Machane. What do they call it? Again? Mitzada. Now in Mitzada, Balagan. Balagan. Now everybody knows you were there in Mitzada. Now, and some people went to Chiriki and on the montaña. Oh, Hashem. I don't know what's fun there to sleep in the mud, but people like it. Now, somebody sleeps in Mitzada and the sleeping bag or in a bed, and a scorpion is coming, and in the middle of the night he feels boom, and he jumps, he sees the scorpion. He was ready a second before. It surprised him, right? They say Mashiach is going to come like a scorpion also. What do you mean? Is it going to come like I found $100 or like a scorpion? The Master says we have two types of Jews. Some people, wow, Mashiach is coming. Wow, Baruch Hashem. Some people is going to get like a scorpion. What it means? A guy is married with his wife 50 years. So his wife wants to do to him a surprise. Vacation in Cancun, and Banya tree, and the kosher restaurante, and a house in the Rio, under the water, and he sleeps with a snorkel, okay? That's a surprise. She spends so much money. And she's telling the husband, we need to go, these stories to the airport, she bought tickets, everything. And when we go in the plane, where are you taking me? And she's telling him, Cancun, Banya tree. You have the holy city next to it, what's the name? Playa. All the tzaddikim are there. Wow. And we're going to Isla Mujeres and to all these stupid places. Okay. And the guy's under, and she's showing him this is going to be the room. $1,000 a night. Look at that. You're under the room. And the guy is shocked. A guy is going to honeymoon. He's on the way to Maldives. He's like, doesn't matter, well, you know where. And him and his wife are so excited to swim with the tiburon. Now, what's going on here? He's on the plane, boom, something, what happened? Mashiach came. Oh, he killed the vacation. That's a scorpion. That's a scorpion. A guy spent 5 years to build his house in Santa Clara. He's doing Hanukkah the best. I hope Mashiach is not going to come now. Let's have him build his house. This is the scorpion. Now we understand. We're praying for Mashiach, but Mashiach needs to come for sure after December. We need to finish this up. So is the scorpion. And now we understand. We need to pray for Mashiach, but really Mashiach. Not because our need and Am Yisrael is suffering, we need Mashiach. But our job is to bring Mashiach with our tefillah. Because that I'm telling you, Sim Shalom Tova Ulecha. We need to start and get ready to bring Mashiach. Shalom Tova Ulecha. How? We didn't bring Am Yisrael back inside. And now we're on the days, and you see the Israeli army, strongest army in the world, 10 months the bombing Lebanon. The Israeli army probably is trying to do the best. Not everything works. All the Arab world is against us. Mañana America is not with us. We see already the small movies that happen in the colleges think God is over. Yeah. America is not so dangerous for Jews, and it's not going to be so fast dangerous. It's not going to happen. Mañana Jews will be in the street and beating them up. Well, Hashem is sending us signs. America is good. Look what's happening. But I'm not advising you, no more going to Times Square. America in the next 5 years, it's still normal. But after 5 years, I don't know where it's going. But we see already that the picture of the world is changing. Corona came, 2 years, the world was crazy. The world was crazy. You believe it and you dream. 2 years before the crowd telling you they're going to lock all Panama. Monday, Wednesday, girls could go to the Ray. Shabbat, Saturday, guys could go to Extra. What's going on here? This is the world, and it happened. And the guy's calling me, wow, I'm hiding in the ambulance of Batzala on the way to my house in Coronado. And this is where I went to. We were in a dream, but life continues. I saw movies, people in Ghetto Barsha eating in restaurants, talking, doing birthday, and they go outside to the street. Parties already in the street. Humans have something that it's unbelievable. They get regular to every situation. And the situation is getting long, we get regular to it. The corona is over. Hashem was like, but it's going to open the eyes. The world changed. No, life can. Okay, now the world is changing second time. I hope we're going to open the eyes. But it doesn't mean the world is going to go to drama. God wants to do the world good. And he doesn't need all these wars, Gog and Magog. Everybody says, that's it, Mashiach is going to come. Everybody dead, rivers of blood. Oh, relax, it's okay. Mashiach is coming to do the world better. But before Mashiach is coming, 2,000 years, people did bad to Am Yisrael. And God wants to pay them. Whoever did that to Am Yisrael 2,000 years, most of the time was the Christians. They killed millions of Jews, and they needed to get paid before Mashiach comes. As now he's starting to do all this balagan to set up the movie to get paid. The second nation that did a lot of pain to Am Yisrael is the Arabs. They also need to get paid. But the Chinese were not in the game. They're not going to get paid. Whoever who didn't dealing with Jews, they're not going to get paid. Also here in Panama and South America and Kyrgyzstan, every place they touch Jews, they're going to get paid. And that's the reason God is doing some beautiful movie that we don't know how the movie's going to work. Everybody's going to start to get paid on what they did to us. And that's the reason the Gemara says in the Mechita that when it's going to happen, Iran is going to destroy the world, not destroy Am Yisrael. The world. Because they're going to get paid. What's our job? We need to be optimistic. And here, for sure, you need to be optimistic. How much Torah you can give to Israel, give. Israel needs now Torah. I know everybody likes to give to the army also. And it's good. And give to the army. And give a lot. But don't forget the people that are learning Torah because they're holding the world. I'm telling you, they're holding the world. Second, continue, react how you're reacting now. I think it's the best way in the world. Everybody's doing chesed with everybody. Everybody's learning Torah with everybody. Everybody's doing shulim. I don't know, and New York is not like that. I'm telling you, now everybody's in deal. It's a very high level of Torah, but Panama, in 8 years, we covered different of 50 years from different countries. And the Torah is giving us all the power. Now I'm going to finish with a very short example. That from there you see that the Torah is really holding all the world. Etz Chaim lamachzikim. But whoever's holding the Torah, it's a Etz Chaim. Whenever the Torah is holding, whoever's holding the Torah, yeah, everything is going good. To hold the Torah, we need to pray for that. That God is going to give you the opportunity to hold the Torah. And I'm going to give you one very short example. When I was a young guy in Yeshiva named Kfar Hasidim, they bring non-religious kids, no, religious very light, to learn Torah 1 month because of the vacation. One of the kids, he was a Persian, the Torah affected him, and he stayed in Yeshiva. His father was very angry because the halacha, he wants his son to work. So he started fighting with his son. The son said, Daddy, I'm learning Gemara. You don't understand, Daddy, what that means. I want to stay a few months in this year. The father gave it to him. After a few months, he decided, okay, come to work. He says, Daddy, no, a few more months. And like this, he did 1 year with his father. After 1 year, his father came to him and says, yeah. He says, Daddy, I'm learning 1 year Torah. You know what it means? I cannot leave the Torah anymore. I'm very religious. I'm happy in this life. So the father saw how he's living and said, okay, how long do you want to stay in Yeshiva more? He says, Daddy, 6 more months. And yeah. So the father said, okay, I'm going to give you 6 more months. And 6 more months passed. He's already a year and a half passed. The father says, okay, I gave you 6 months. He says, Daddy, no. What do you want? Another 6 months. You're a liar. You're cheating me like all the rabbis. They just say, I want to say hello, and they're taking donations. No, this, that. So he said, Daddy, I promise you, let's do a contract. And he did a contract, and he sat down. 6 months he's going to work. The Rosh Yeshiva of Kfar Hasidim, there was a giant. He told the guy, start to date girls. And exactly before the 6 months finished, he got engaged. So his father came to the engagement party. The Rosh Yeshiva told him, look, the son is going to get married 3 more months. Okay, 6 months passed. Give him 3 more months. He's going to get married. And after the wedding, he's going to come home. The father says, you're beautiful. And the wedding of the kid got close, and the kid was depressed. And everybody asked, why depressed? He was going, I'm going to get married. I'm leaving the Torah. I cannot leave it. He was very serious already. And everybody's talking with him. Look, your father's a good guy. He wants you. He cares about you. You're going to get married. How are you going to live? He wants you to have money to live. He's not against you. He says, I know my father's a very good person, but I want to learn Torah. A week before the wedding, he's ready, going home to get ready for the wedding. He was destroyed. Not happy at all. A night before the wedding, depressed. His father and his mother sleeping in the night, and he said, our kid is going to get married tomorrow. Tisha B'Av, it cannot be. 2 o'clock in the morning, the father wakes up his son and says, come to the living room, I want to talk with you. The kid comes to the living room, the father says, I see you going tomorrow to the wedding like this, it's not going to happen in my house. I want you to be happy. He says, Daddy, I'm doing whatever you want. You want me to go work after the wedding? I'm going to go. But because I'm leaving the Torah, I'm destroyed. The father says, okay, I want to give you a present at the wedding. I'm going to give it to you now. I hope you're going to be happy from the present. He says, what's the present? I'm giving you 5 years after the wedding to learn Torah. Wow. And I'm going to pay your children. I know you're going to be a religious. You're going to be children. Like, I'm going to pay all the kindergartens. Everything I'm going to pay for you. The father has money. And in that moment, the kid hugged the father. You're the best father in the world. A minute before, what a father I have. Now you're the best one in the world. And He came to the wedding, everybody saw him happy. What's going on? He said, hey guys, party, I'm learning Torah. Was very happy. Sheva Berachot, on the second day after he got married, in the middle of the Sheva Berachot, the father got a heart attack. He fell on the floor, no breathing and no, the heart damaged, total, not working. They bring an ambulance, 40 minutes they're trying to bring him to life. Nada. No heart, no breathing. After 40 minutes, boom, one shock, he came back. But he was in a very difficult situation, intensive care hospital. And a miracle, 2 weeks after, he was back in life. Back in life, he went to work. He started life again after the heart attack. And his son continued learning Torah. 5 years after, okay, the kids already have 3 kids, and he's paying the school, the kids are on it. He came to the father and says, for daddy, I understand, yeah, I cannot do it anymore. I need to come work with you. So, mañana I'm coming to work, yeah. Daddy, take care about everything. And the first day he came to work, I remember, he went upstairs and he started to hear all the workers yelling downstairs. He ran downstairs, again his father got heart attack 5 years after. Ambulance again, they're working on him, and then the second time it didn't work and he passed away. When he sat down Shiva, that's what he told us. He told us these words. He said, all my life I was thanking my father that he gave me life because he let me learn Torah and let me learn Torah and let me learn Torah, but it was not right. Because I was learning Torah, he got life. He was giving money to me, and the money was holding my Torah, gave them life. And he said, how I know? The day I got married, 2 days after he got a heart attack, he was supposed to die. But he stayed alive. Why? Because God, when you're holding the Torah, I'm going to give you life. The second I stopped learning Torah, the zchut of Torah was not there, and he passed away. He says, what an idiot I am. Why I didn't fight with him another 5 years? I thought he's holding me. I was holding him, but I didn't know that. That's how this kid was talking. You didn't know. Panama's holding the Torah in the world, not only in Israel. We're holding a lot of Torah. Yahweh Chesed, continue doing what you're doing because Am Yisrael now needs you. And the power that you having this lifestyle here is going to help Am Yisrael in all the world. שיהיה בעזרת השם בניין בית המקדש ייבנה בבשורות טובות, אמן.